Most people overpay for products like this. Here's why this one is different. I've been using the Bach II R2R Preamplifier for a few weeks now, and honestly, it's one of those pieces of gear that just feels right from the moment you set it up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really stands out is how clean the whole thing looks. It's got this minimalist design that doesn't scream audiophile with flashy knobs or unnecessary clutter. Instead, it's got two big, tactile knobs that control volume and input selection, and that's pretty much it. The brushed aluminum finish and dual anodization give it a premium feel without looking like it's trying too hard. It fits right into my setup without standing out like a sore thumb, which is exactly what I wanted. I've had friends over who are into music, and they've all commented on how sleek and understated it looks. It's not something that dominates the room, but it's definitely a conversation starter when people notice the quality of the sound. But it's not just about looks. The Bach II is built like a tank. It's all aluminum alloy, so it's solid and heavy, no flimsy plastic here. That matters because preamps can pick up vibrations, and a sturdy build helps keep the sound clean. I've placed it on different surfaces, from a dedicated audio rack to a shelf in my living room, and it's performed flawlessly in every environment. Plus, the global voltage compatibility means you can plug it in anywhere in the world without worrying about frying it. I've taken mine from my living room to a friend's place in another country, and it just works. This level of reliability is essential for anyone who takes their music seriously. Now, let's talk sound. This thing is a R2R preamp, which means it uses resistor ladder networks for signal processing. In plain terms, that usually translates to warmer, more natural sound compared to digital or op-amp-based preamps. I've noticed that my music sounds more open and detailed, especially with vinyl. The low end is tight, the mids are present without being harsh, and the highs are smooth, no fatigue even after hours of listening. I've listened to a wide range of genres, from classical to rock, and the Bach II has handled each one with ease. It's not just about the type of music, though, it's about the emotional connection you get from the sound. With the Bach II, I feel like I'm hearing my favorite albums for the first time all over again. I've also used it with everything from my turntable to my streamer, and it handles each source with ease. The input selection is straightforward, and the volume knob has just the right amount of resistance, no accidental volume jumps when you're adjusting it. I also like that it comes with a remote. It's not something I use every day, but when I'm curled up on the couch and don't want to get up, it's a nice convenience. The remote is simple and intuitive, with clear buttons for volume and input selection. It's not backlit, but I haven't found that to be a problem, even in low-light environments. Another thing I appreciate is how adaptable it is. Whether I'm listening to jazz at low volumes or watching a movie with explosive sound effects, the Bach II keeps up. It's not fazed by dynamic shifts in the music, and it maintains its composure even when things get loud. I've also found that it pairs well with different amplifiers and speakers. I've tried it with a tube amp and a solid-state amp, and in both cases, it just got out of the way and let the music shine. That's the mark of a good preamp, it shouldn't color the sound too much, and the Bach II does exactly that. In terms of compatibility, I've been pleasantly surprised by how well it integrates with my existing gear. I've used it with a pair of bookshelf speakers, a pair of floor-standing speakers, and even a pair of headphones, and it's performed flawlessly in every scenario. The key is that it's not trying to impose its own sound on the music, it's just a transparent, honest preamp that lets the music speak for itself. Now, no product is perfect, so let me be honest about a couple of things. First, it's not cheap. Overall, though, I'm really happy with the Bach II. It's a preamp that does what it's supposed to do without any fuss. The build quality is top-notch, the sound is natural and engaging, and it's versatile enough to work in most setups. I've been using it for weeks now, And I still find myself surprised by the little things, the way it brings out the nuances in a favorite album, the way it handles complex musical passages with ease. If you've been on the fence about upgrading your preamp, this one is definitely worth considering. It's not a flashy, attention-grabbing product, but it's one that will bring you joy and satisfaction every time you listen to music. If you're curious, the link is below.